Welcome back, Heartbeat Guardians. I'm your host, Subhash, and today we're tackling a topic that's crucial for every single one of us: the main killers of heart health. Our hearts are incredible organs working tirelessly for us, but they're also vulnerable to a range of threats.
And I'm Neha, here to shed some light on these silent assassins. It's often not one single factor, but a combination of lifestyle choices and underlying conditions that pose the greatest risk to our cardiovascular system.
Absolutely. So let's dive right in. What would you say is the number one, perhaps most pervasive killer of heart health that you see?
Without a doubt, high blood pressure or hypertension takes a top spot. It's often called the silent killer for a reason. Many people don't experience symptoms, but silently it's damaging arteries, forcing the heart to work harder, and significantly increasing the risk of heart attack, stroke, and other cardiovascular diseases.
That's a scary thought. Something so dangerous operating without us even knowing. What are some of the main contributors to high blood pressure?
A combination of factors, really. High sodium intake, lack of physical activity, excessive alcohol consumption, stress, and genetics all play a role. It's why regular checkups are so vital, as they're often the first way hypertension is detected.
So true. Moving on, what's another major culprit that comes to mind?
High cholesterol, specifically high levels of LDL or bad cholesterol. When LDL cholesterol builds up in the arteries, it forms plaque, narrowing the arteries and making them less flexible. This process, known as atherosclerosis, is a primary cause of heart attacks and strokes.
And what about the flip side of that? Good cholesterol, HDL.
HDL cholesterol actually helps remove excess cholesterol from the arteries, so higher levels of HDL are generally protective. The balance between LDL and HDL is crucial, and diet plays a massive role here. Things like saturated and trans fats are big contributors to high LDL.
That brings us nicely to our next point: diet. Beyond cholesterol, what dietary habits are particularly detrimental to heart health?
An excessive intake of processed foods, high in sugar, unhealthy fats, and sodium is a huge problem. These contribute to weight gain, inflammation, and insulin resistance, all of which are risk factors for heart disease. We're talking about things like sugary drinks, fast food, and many packaged snacks.
And speaking of weight gain, obesity is definitely a significant factor, isn't it?
Absolutely. Obesity, particularly abdominal obesity, increases the risk of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and inflammation, all of which are independently linked to heart disease. The extra weight puts an added strain on the heart, forcing it to work harder.
So we've covered diet and weight. What about lifestyle habits that contribute to poor heart health?
Smoking is arguably one of the most destructive habits for your heart. It damages blood vessels, reduces the amount of oxygen in the blood, increases blood pressure, and significantly raises the risk of blood clots. Even secondhand smoke is harmful.
It's truly shocking how much damage smoking can do to nearly every system in the body, but especially the heart. What else should our listeners be aware of?
Lack of physical activity is another huge one. A sedentary lifestyle contributes to obesity, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. Regular exercise, even moderate activity, strengthens the heart muscle, improves blood flow, and helps manage weight and stress.
So getting up and moving is non-negotiable for heart health. What about stress? We live in such a high-stress world.
Chronic stress can take a serious toll. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which can temporarily increase heart rate and blood pressure. Over time, chronic stress can contribute to inflammation and damage blood vessels. Finding healthy ways to manage stress, whether it's mindfulness, exercise, or hobbies, is crucial.
That's such an important point. And finally, what about a condition that's often linked to many of these factors we've discussed?
Diabetes, particularly type 2 diabetes, is a massive risk factor. High blood sugar levels over time can damage blood vessels and the nerves that control the heart and blood vessels, significantly increasing the risk of heart disease and stroke. It's often a result of a combination of genetics and unhealthy lifestyle choices.
So, to summarize, the main killers of heart health seem to be a dangerous combination of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, poor diet, obesity, smoking, lack of physical activity, chronic stress, and diabetes.
Exactly. The good news, however, is that many of these risk factors are modifiable. By making informed choices about our diet, exercise, and lifestyle, we can significantly reduce our risk and protect our hearts.
That's a message of hope and a crucial one. What's one key takeaway you'd like our listeners to remember today?
Be proactive about your heart health. Don't wait for symptoms. Regular checkups, knowing your numbers, blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, and making conscious healthy choices are your best defense.
Excellent advice. Thank you, Genya Biha, for this incredibly insightful discussion. This has been another vital episode of Heartbeat Guardians. Join us next time as we explore strategies for building a heart-healthy lifestyle.